Hi there, Mike Jacobs is my name, and I want to welcome you to my little world of the poetry I like to write. I have a poem today to share with you that I feel very special about. Of the many poems I've written, this is one I wrote a long time ago when I was a young man going through what many young men and women go through, and that is struggling in life where things just don't seem to fit, and rather than trying to figure out what we can do ourselves to make things better, it is very oftentimes easy to blame other people for where we are in life. And when I was in that stage, in my early 20s, I thought about my father and why he was difficult, and my mother maybe not understanding me, and I had a million reasons for a million people of why I wasn't moving forward. And then I had a real awakening. And the awakening was that the person that's responsible for my tomorrow is me. And this, as I said, is something I don't care if you're a big guy in the city. I was recently, I met a wonderful young lady. She was from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Very simple life. She was like a farm girl. Great lady. And I happened to be somewhere where we were talking for a while. And even in a life that you would think with the fields and the grain and the good life, supposedly, as we think, away from the big city, the challenges she faced were very similar to the people in the big cities. It's not a question of where you are, it's a question of who you are. And it's a question of learning to move forward. The poem I wrote is called The Dragon Slayer, and it's about taking these little negatives, and before they have a chance to grab us and to kill our future tomorrow's happiness, deal with them. Put them behind you, communicate with yourself, understand yourself, and move forward. And after that introduction, I want to now read you my poem, The Dragon Slayer. Dragons of terror, dragons of pain, dragons we create with the eye of our brain. Dragons so vivid, dragons so real, dragons I can see, dragons that I feel. We breathe life into their nostrils with the breath of our fears. We feed them and heed them with our eyes and our ears. Dragons, these dragons that grow every day. Dragons, these dragons we've built out of paper mache, with dimensions in life as real as our fright, who die at the exposure of truth and the light. But we keep them well hidden in dark corners of our minds, safely to thrive into fears of many different kinds. Dragons, these dragons justify our pain. Dragons, these dragons give us the excuse to complain. Complaining about others and the way they should be. Complaining about everybody, but never saying me. Complaining about our mothers for not understanding our teenage years. Complaining about our fathers and blaming them for our fears. The choice is clearly ours, whether our dragons live or die. These dragons we've created with our inward eye. These dragons of fire would burn themselves away if exposed to the truth and the light of day. Communicate your feelings. Express your joys and fears. Do not live in battle scars from your younger years. Use these scars towards learning to build a stronger you. Use these scars towards happiness in later things you do. We must begin to understand we create our own state of mind. Happiness is something you work for, not something you might find. So grab your shield and saber, to the battlefield you must go, and bravely fight those dragons until you've slain your foe. And in the future remember, killing a dragon is easy when it's small. But if you feed it with your fears, one day it's you who might fall.